At the heart of World of Warcraft lies a conflict that shapes the experience of every player. Horde versus Alliance. Which side you choose is one of the very first choices you face when rolling a new character, and it affects much more than simply which of Azeroth's races you can play. It influences the quests you have access to, the lore you're immersed in, and even determines which of your friends you can play alongside, because you can't raid with your buddies in a rival faction. The origin of the Horde versus the Alliance war can be traced through a series of escalating conflicts. What started with the treachery of power-hungry Gul'dan against his own race led to the formation of the original Horde, a vicious warband of orcs corrupted by demonic influence.
I have no people!
Across two great wars, the eastern kingdoms of Azeroth formed the Alliance, consisting of powerful groups bound by their commitment to justice and survival of their homeworld.
For the Alliance!
Victories were claimed by each faction, but their losses were also considerable. Heroes rose and fell on both sides, as new Alliance kings were crowned and new Horde war chiefs installed.
I speak for the Horde.
Despite their ongoing conflict, the Horde and the Alliance have occasionally shown what they're capable of when they redirect their efforts to fight a common enemy.
I was wondering if you'd show up. I couldn't let the Alliance have all the fun today.
The battle against Deathwing the Destroy and the Cataclysm expansion showed what the two opposing sides can achieve when they're not consumed by hatred for one another. Ultimately, though, the actions of figures on both sides have ensured that the two cannot remain at peace. This was exemplified at the Battle for Broken Shore, in which both sides fought against the demonic Burning Legion. With the Horde ambushed by Legion forces, Sylvanas Windrunner called the retreat of her troops to ensure their survival in the face of potential annihilation.
I knew we couldn't trust her!
This left the Alliance vulnerable, leading to the self-sacrifice of the High King so that his allies might escape to safety. Gengremain places the blame for the loss of the king squarely at the feet of Sylvanas, swearing vengeance upon this Banshee Queen and her Horde brethren, which is where the new expansion Battle for Azeroth picks up.
I will have my vengeance!
Attacks, retaliations, betrayal, revenge, neither side is perfect, but each has their strengths, limitations, and overall differences for players. In terms of gameplay, your choice of faction will have a large impact on your World of Warcraft experience, beginning with the races available for selection. Many players choose a faction based purely on the aesthetics of these races, but each of them feature different abilities vital to gameplay. For example, if you're playing as a Troll, you have the Berserker King ability that increases your haste when raiding. Horde players can select from Orc, Undead, Tauren, Troll, Blood Elf, and Goblin, while Alliance players can choose either Human, Dwarf, Night Elf, Gnome, Draenei, or Worgen. Both Horde and Alliance players can select the wise and noble Pandaren. The faction you choose will determine the key locations you can explore as you quest through Azeroth. Horde players should seek out Tirisfal Glades, the eerie starting zone of the Forsaken, featuring gloomy hills, twisted trees, and of course, brainwashed undead. You can also stomp around the cracked red soil of Durotar, home to the Orcs. For Horde players eager to explore their faction's fractious past, Silverpine Forest and the Twilight Highlands feature notable characters and plot developments from Horde lore. Alliance loyalists can head to Westfall, a noble land turned barren during the Second War, where they'll be thrust into a murder mystery quest that will take them around the Broken Zone and into the Dead Mines before returning to Sentinel Hill for the climax. Later on in their leveling process, Alliance players can head to Ashenvale for quests steeped in conflict with the Horde. There's also Shadowmoon Valley, which serves as an exotic location full of intrigue and heroism. Unique quest chains are available for each faction, providing multiple highlights on your journey to becoming a champion for your clan. Questing as both Horde and Alliance give insight into the minds of those on both sides of the conflict, revealing actions and consequences, twists and turns, and proving that things in Azeroth are almost never black or white. Make your decision wisely, whether it's based on which cool-looking character design you want, which areas you like to hit up, or simply just where your friends are. So, which part will you play in the conflict that's set to come to a head in World of Warcraft's 7th expansion, Battle for Azeroth? If you like this, check out our unboxing video for World of Warcraft's Battle for Azeroth's Collector's Edition. It's lovely.